homesteading to prepping to common horse sense, we are College Hill Farm. Welcome back to College Hill Farm. Well, today we are planting cabbage and Brussels sprouts. Now, I've always had good luck with cabbage. I have never had a cabbage crop to fail. This year, of course, I have bought my cabbage from the local Mennonites here. They have a little store and they sell plants. And I don't know. Let's see. Let me look and see if it tells me. This is a variety called Bravo. These plants are smaller, so I have to be careful with my pipe planter or I'll plant them too deep. So I want to take my time and do these right. Now, I took the opportunity to soak them all. So they're good and soaked. And what I'm going to do, I've only got 24 cabbages. If you watched our video about what we grow and how we decide what to grow, you'll notice that in the video we showed you how much of everything we had. We were out of broccoli, we were out of cauliflower, we were out of Brussels sprouts, we were out of almost everything, but we had plenty of cabbage still. So we've got cabbage, and that's just one of those things that I don't have to do cabbage this year much, but we want to have cabbage for kraut, and I like cooked cabbage and meatballs during the season when it's fresh. It's so much better than the frozen. The frozen's good, but it doesn't match the fresh cabbage. Excuse me. So I want to get that planted. I've got only 24 heads. Normally I'd plant about 40 or 50 heads. But since I don't need it this year, I'm going to plant 24 heads. That will give me 12 heads to eat over the course of the spring, and then 12 heads to turn into sauerkraut, which a 2-pound head of cabbage makes a lot of sauerkraut. But anyway, I digress. Let's look at what else I'm going to do. I'm going to plant Brussels sprouts. Now, I've planted Brussels sprouts, I don't know how many times. It's just plain old Brussels sprouts. I've planted Brussels sprouts on and off throughout my gardening career, and I've been gardening since I was 8 years old, so we're talking about 51 years. And I have never had success with Brussels sprouts, not once. Not once have I had success with Brussels sprouts. So if you know the successful way to do Brussels sprouts, leave it in the comments, because I could sure use the help. Cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, I'm great at that. But I guess people can't be a master at everything. Brussels sprouts are one of those things that I have failed with over the years, and it's just the way it is. So I'm going to get over here. I'm going to plant with my pipe planter. I'm going to get over here. I'll plant the cabbage and the Brussels sprouts all in the same row. I'll give them about 1.5 feet a piece apart. I won't go 2 feet apart. I'll go about 1.5 feet, so 18 inches or so. Maybe 18 to 24. You know, I want to give them plenty of room because Brussels sprouts is a big old plant. Cabbage can be a very big plant too. I don't know how big this variety is. I'm used to planting Dutch, late flat Dutch and early Dutch. So that's what I'm used to planting. So this will be a new thing to me. They might be great big, they might be small, I don't know. So I'm going to get it planting those and then let you see how I plant them, and then I'll come back to you for the final closing part. Okay, as in with all my planting, right here is a row of cauliflower right up through there. So I don't want to plant right here. If I plant right there, I won't be able to get my tractor in between them to till. So I'm going to scoot over to the next one, and I'm going to plant right up that row right there. And what that is as I plow, that's the edges that's the edges of my tiller as it goes through, so it leaves kind of a furrow somewhere for you to follow. But if you'll look up here, up toward the top up here, you'll notice that it's curved a little bit. Well, by the time I get to that curve, I will have already planted all the cabbage and Brussels sprouts, so I'll just probably finish the row with some onions later. So let's go ahead and get out there and get to doing that. Okay, 40 plants planted, right at 20 minutes. That's not too bad. 2 plants a minute, average. Considering I had to take a break in the middle, my back was hurting. So, 40 plants in, 20 minutes. It's pretty quick. Didn't bend over, not once. Let me say that again. I didn't bend over, not once. So, you can go back. I do a video about how to make one of these. It's not rocket science, it's just simple. So if you like this kind of stuff, this homestead and do yourself kind of thing, be certain to come on out to the channel and subscribe. We do this homestead stuff every week, sometimes 1, sometimes 5 videos. Just depends on what's going on in the homestead that week. Now if you hit the little bell when you come to the channel, it'll notify you when we upload a video. We upload every Sunday. Now with that being said, it's time for me to get on to the next thing.